Kind of, let me turn this off and back on. This runs.
Just a quick note before we get started. While filming this video, we were testing a new set of mics that was synced to a new camera setup. Add to that the fact that Shawn was just getting over a nasty cold, and you get a video that has some audio and camera issues and an instructor who sounds like his voice is permanently in the process of changing. But hey, it was a blast to film and fun to watch. Enjoy.
Alright, if I were to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being sewing 2 pieces of fabric together badly, 10 being displaying a quilt in a quilt show, what would you rank or rate your quilting skills?
I would say about a 3. I've done a quilt, it was pieced, not beautiful, but it was completed.
I was going to say 3. Well, I'm going to say 3.5. Before I went up to 4, but 3.5 only because I've taught a binding video. So I feel superior, just a tiny bit.
I feels that way.
A half a point. A half a point superior. It's really not really superior. All right, foundation paper piecing. Yeah. Knowledge of what it is, 1 to 10.
Knowledge, I would say probably a 6 or a 7. I've told other people how to do it because we host classes, but I've never done it myself.
Okay. I would, man, I don't know. I would say 5 or 6. Same thing. I know what it is, but I'm not really all that great at it. So we're going to try that today. I'm Shawn, and
I'm Cody,
and we're from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse in Houston, and today we're going to do foundation paper piecing. This is, in the scheme of things, as far as what's that called? Seam allowance. Seam allowance. And seam allowance, that's 1/4 inch seam allowance. And it looks beautiful. I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks like we cut these things on the AccuQuilt Go, and they were perfectly 1/4 inch, but I did not. I used paper. So what I was saying earlier about this is a really great thing to use when you are starting out, because all you have to do is go down the line. And we have the paper here with the fabric. Now we're probably might need to use some glue stick, and the glue stick is for the fussy cutting. Do you know what fussy cutting is?
I know what it is, I've never done it.
So what is fussy cutting?
It's where you cut around specific things so that they can be a center of attention in this.
Very nice. We will probably put a definition up on the bottom of the screen. Every time I say fussy cutting, I feel like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a little old lady. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go fussy cut that. And it just sounds, I mean, fussy is just, I don't know. That's, makes me feel silly. So we got fabric. Now, the reason we have all this fabric, when I pulled all this fabric out, Cody was like, well, we have fabric here and blah, blah. You know, I pulled these out of my stash, and this is just a small dent in my stash. But I pulled these out because I wanted to make a point. This type of scrappy quilt, see, I'm doing air quotes, scrappy quilt like this can be done with scraps, of course. But just because you're doing this doesn't mean that you have to use old cast-offs of fabric. I mean, it's silly. I mean, when you have this nice of definitions, and these points are, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say these points are perfect. I mean, they are. They're like perfect.
You think we can do that with me?
We can do that with you.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I think we can. Now, what we have here, again, we're going to pick out fabrics for each of us there. This we're going to use probably for the fussy cutting. I'm gesturing to the camera out there, and the camera's right here. So if you can see this, well, you can't see this, so so never mind. So here is our papers. So I'm going to bring this out. So one of the questions that is always talked about is, what type of paper are you going to use? Now, when you buy a project like a Judy Niemeyer, it is, if I had to ask you to give me a word, a single word to describe the paper piecing patterns for Judy Niemeyer, what word would that be?
Probably intimidating.
That's a very good one. I don't think that there is a easier foundation pattern than this one here. So it's really basic. We're going to have this on our website, so you'll be able, there'll be a link below. There'll be a link below to download this. Very basic. Now this is a 6-inch square. So this is 6 inches here. This border, that's your quarter-inch border or seam allowance. So when you join these together, or you can also do like a border here and then have something running between them. And this gets down to, I'm going to move this off to the side for a second. We're going to talk about this in a minute, but choosing your fabric. So we are going to choose some fabric. We need 3 fabrics. We need 1, 2, 3, and it's not that much fabric. So Cody, just figure out, and I'm going to put this one to the side. I'm not going to use this one on this one. So things are falling off of you, Cody. Why that is troubling. So these bugs, love these bugs. I got a big old
I like the monkeys.
You like the monkey? Oh, I love monkeys.
I know.
There you go. You can have the monkeys. Now you have to, what are you going to put with the monkeys? Oh, nice. And where are your monkeys going? Are your monkeys going in the center, on the?
Oh, for sure, the center.
Yeah,
They
I
gotta
think
be
you're
center
right.
of attention.
So we're here back with Tula Pink. Now, again, I love Tula Pink's fabric. It was just those.
Well, the monsters are really cute, though.
The monster, but I'm going to take monsters.
Oh, dang it.
I'm doing monsters. Well, and the reason I'm taking monsters is I did a baby quilt of these, and it was for a friend's little boy, and all she said was blue, so I gave her blue monsters. Oh, and these are going to be my fussy cuts. So fussy cut, this is going to be my second, and this is going to be my outside. So those are going to be mine. What are you putting on with yours? You need one more.
I know. I don't know what will match.
Do we have something? Now we were going to, the original plan was this was going to be a challenge, and I was going to say, we have to pick everything from here. This is our little $5, I don't know if you can see that, but $5.99 to fill a Ziploc. And the rule is, come on, you have to be able to close the Ziploc bag.
Oh, for this?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you got to be able to close the Ziploc.
Thought you were talking
And
about
you can get quite a bit in that. And my voice is changing again.
Is this too
every
small?
time. No, that's perfect. Okay. So, well, and why is it perfect? Because it only needs to be, you only need 4 pieces to do these 4. Now you do have to be careful how you cut it if you're really trying to save fabric, but let's talk about saving fabric. Those are all gonna look good. I like those. That's really nice.
Thank you, scrap bin.
Yeah, we love the scrap bin. Okay, so there's a school of thought out there that paper piecing wastes fabric.
Right.
Which is, I'm going to go out here and make a very bold statement, and you can challenge me in the comments below, but anytime you create art, you waste things. When you are doing any type of art, when you are painting, not every bit of paint goes onto your canvas. You've got a ton of it left on the palette. If you are doing, what's another thing? Well, talking about fussy cutting. So when you were using like an AccuQuilt Go, you know, you're getting these dies that are going to be here, but you've got fabric all the way around.
Right. Yeah.
I like to think that you're wasting less fabric with this. But again, then I'm assigning good and bad to the word waste, which, I mean, well, actually waste just comes off, the connotation is that it's bad. And the fact is, if you're creating something, if you are making something and you are deriving pleasure and joy from that, there is no wasting. It's just a byproduct, and a byproduct is not waste.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've cleared off some of this fabric. Show me what you picked. Monkeys and polka dots.
And polka dots.
2 of my favorite things.
Yes.
We have to have a pattern. I've got mine. Mine are going to be monsters, blue monsters. So.
Like a little boy.
Like a little boy, yes. So that's mine. Now you have to have the paper. Now, I always thought it was foundation paper piecing, but it's not. It's foundation paper piecing, because this is the foundation. I mean, that makes sense. I didn't think of that, but when you do a deep dive and down rabbit holes of quilting, you learn these things. So this is what we're going to do. Now this brings us to the question, what kind of paper? So this, I went ahead, we're going to do a test And I've got some tests here that we're going to do here in a minute. But so we've got a couple different papers. This is actually paper that is for foundation paper piecing. And I ordered it online. It's nice paper. It's supposed to not be brittle. Cody's laughing at me because I've already, she knows the outcome of this. So there's this. We also have, hand me the copy. So I have always used regular inkjet copy paper. And I always thought I was kind of doing it wrong, but I was cheating. There is no cheating. And then we have newsprint. Now, if they look very similar, it's because they're very similar. I mean, that's just how it runs. We will at the end tear these on these here to see how they come off, but we're gonna do for today, Cody's gonna do the newsprint. I'm going to do the inkjet, and we're gonna move the newsprint out of the way. So we have our paper. We have.
Wait, which one do you want me to do?
You're doing foundation paper.
Oh, okay.
And so here we go. These are some of the ones I did for the demos. So this is, again, people say, oh, scrappy quilt, and they do scrappy things. It doesn't have to be scrappy. Use premium fabric here. And I mean, this type of tone, the blue on blue, I think it looks really great.
I like it.
And again, you're using small pieces. And this one was done on newsprint paper. This one, again, we're doing a little bit of mixing of batik, but we're staying in that brown dark tone. And I don't even have to look at this one to know that's the regular inkjet paper. And then this one, which is our Santa ho 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 thing, a little Christmas thing, a little blue snow, whatever. And this is on the foundation paper. I guess I had it this way because Santa was upside down. So this guy right here was fussy cut, or I mean, we're gonna pretend it was, but I kind of just, lined it up and went. So we, as in Cody and me, oh yeah, we both do it. We both have fabric that we want to fussy cut around. So grab your monkey.
Okay.
That sounded a little salacious. Grab your monkey. What monkey? Well, you've got just fewer monkeys, and I'm gonna do. I don't know. I kind of like this guy.
He's cute.
He is cute. The squid is not bad too.
Oh, that'd be a good size.
But yeah, we're looking
Maybe a
at about.
little big.
Yeah, it might be. It might be a little big. But maybe that guy. He looks very happy to have this little, like he's gonna go somewhere. Get my wings out. I'm gonna do something. Bunny though looks really good. I am gonna go with this guy, and the reason I'm gonna go with him is because I got a lot of space around it, and I'm not gonna have to be too crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out by just cutting through this. Now again, I am wasting fabric if you were to look at it this way, but honestly, when you have more fabric around it, it's easier not to make a mistake. So, cut you some monkeys.
Some monkeys?
Some monkeys.
Okay, we're gonna try not to make this more complicated than it needs to be. So I'm just cutting a square.
It's just a square. But you need to make that guy your middle.
Oh, okay.
Because he looks very,
Clothed.
he looks clothed. He looks like he was ready to do sorry. We're gonna do this again. He looks like he's ready to go someplace.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a public monkey.
He's a what?
He's going in public. Oh, this one has a bow tie. I like him more.
He's a public monkey?
Okay. Shawn, I'm nervous.
Just cut.
Okay, I don't want to waste too much.
See, now you're making it sound like it's bad.
I know. Ignore that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go here. Here.
Sure. Oh, where's the bow tie?
I'm not making that one in the middle.
Oh, which one are you making?
That
the
guy.
red guy. Okay.
The guy with the sweater.
He looks pretty happy.
Oh, you want me to be like you? Should I make this one the middle or this one?
See, Cody thinks she's a comedian too. So now, while Cody is doing that, that's where these start to come in. These glue sticks. Again, there are glue stick for fabric glues and glue sticks that are just washable.
It's really not cute. It's a little wonky.
And that is the great thing about foundation paper piecing. I'm going to try to sit together. Now, here is the trick with this. We are going to stitch along these lines. So this is the side we're going to have up. And our fabric, this is what's really weird about it, we need to put it on the back and we need to put this right side up. So right there. And that is how we're going to start. So grab your paper. Now you can hold this up to the light and see, you know, where the lines are, or
you can get a caterpillar.
You can get a caterpillar. So you put that on there, and you know you can put it. Let's see, we do that and that, and see, now I can see where my little happy devil guy is. So you want to try yours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no.
So this side up. Your monkey side down. Monkey down.
Monkey down.
Yeah. And now
there's a little.
He's that guy right there. It's right there. Is he in the middle?
I think so.
Let's move him over a little bit. Okay, so now we've got it there, and we gotta make sure it stays there. So that's where these guys come in. So here's your glue stick. Don't put it on like chapstick.
I have a question.
That'd be funny. Put it on like chapstick. What's your question?
I have a little bit of a wrinkle in my fabric.
It's not going to matter because we press as we go on these. So
okay.
it will flatten out. So what I do, and this is the reason I do a little bigger space, and all of this is going to get cut away. And it's going to get cut away nicely. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure he's right there, and then I'm going to put just a tiny bit of fabric glue or Elmer's glue right on his little face.
Oh, I'm struggling. Oh,
Yeah.
boom.
Boom, there you go. Now, this next piece, this is the hardest piece of all of it because we have to kind of go in blind. Now, what I'm gonna do, go ahead and take your second fabric, whatever's gonna come up second for you. Which one is it?
Probably this one.
Yeah, I think that's probably good. So what we're gonna do is the next piece needs to cover these triangles out here. And there are two ways to go. The people who think that you're wasting fabric all the time are the people that are gonna create a triangle with a little lip, and they're gonna flip it this way so that when we sew, it lays down that way. And that is really kind of, you're really tempting fates there. You're gonna, okay, so I'm gonna make a rule right now. If you were just starting out, do not think about wasting fabric. This is your luxury to do whatever you need to get it done right so you know how to do it. So now, scissors, we're gonna just cut, let's see, I'm gonna cut, mine is doubled up. I am gonna cut a couple squares. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna cut two more. Now, I will tell you, this is a lot of fabric, and it's gonna get cut away. Let me do these, but don't worry about it, because this is your luxury. So cut you some 4 squares. I'm ready for this cold to be gone. Did I cut the wrong end? I cut. So I meant to, this one had a fold, so I cut it off, but I cut it on the wrong side. So I got to take my scissors back, or these scissors back. All right, so here is the tricky part. So now we got to flip this over, but we've got a little goo on it, so we're good. Now, when you are looking at the back, the fabric needs to be facing up. So what I want to do is take a piece of fabric, and it's going to go on this triangle right here.
Okay.
Now, when you sew it, we're going to put it here so that when we sew it down, we're going to expose that back to the up, so that that right side is up here. Okay. So go ahead and figure out where that is on yours.
Right? No.
Yeah, I mean, no. Sorry.
Yeah, no, don't do it like that.
Yeah, like that. Now you just have to make sure that wherever that line is, you have to have at least a 1/4 inch over it. So there, okay? So we're gonna try this, we're gonna start this, and we will be back and see what comes next. Okay, so I wanna show you where we're at right here, and that seam right there, I just sewed, and Cody sewed hers, and we had very lovely banter between us. But I forgot to press the big red button that says record. So, but we are at a perfect place to do this again. So like I said, well, no, you don't know like I said because I didn't say it. I didn't record it as I said it. So I sewed this line. Now, let me look on the back. We sewed right against this line, and we've got another one that's just opposite of this. So we're gonna sew before we go to press. But you can see I kind of got wonky there because this is the first time sewing on this particular machine in this. So I'm going to pretend like, you know, nothing was wrong, and we're going to go on to the next one. So once you're here, you're going to flip it over, you're going to see that line, and I'm going to show you in a moment how we stitch that. So what I want to do is I just want to pull that back, right? And I'm going to take my second piece of fabric that's going to be opposite. And you're always going to go opposite. You're going to go here, here, and then whatever size you pick here, here, and then across. So I'm going to just fold that back, and we're going to put this on. I want to make sure that this line right here, I have enough seam allowance and to go over that, and I've got plenty. Now, the further you go out in a paper pattern piecing or foundation, there's a lot of P's in that. Right, so, and we got some phones running off. So, and okay, so I'm going to take this, and now because I know that when I stitch this line, that is going to be fine. All right.
Don't mess up again.
Don't mess up. Well, I got the. If I do, I've got the camera rolling this time. Now I'm just going to flip this over, make sure all my fabric is flat. Flip this over, and is it? Yeah, it's still there. And I'm going to run this under my pressure foot. So we're going to do this again, like I did last time, but maybe I won't be as crooked this time. And I actually went over here. So you see where that seam goes out way out there? I did that just to show you what would happen if someone did it wrong. Like I just did it wrong. I'm going to drop this down, and I want my needle to come right on that intersection, right there. So let me pull it up and move that over. Don't drag your needle. That is right there. Okay, so we're good. So we talked about the number 2 stitch right here. And I will do a push in later with, so you can see what this is. So on this, I'm going to ask you to describe that stitch again, what the stitch out looks like.
The lightning bolt?
Like a lightning bolt, yes. I couldn't have said it better myself. So it's like a lightning bolt. So basically it's going to go forward, go back, and then forward, like you normally do when you're setting a seam. On a Janome, it's 4 stitches, 4 back, and then back forward. Now when you get to the end, I don't have to press and hold my back button. All I have to do is touch it, and well, push it, and more than touch it, just push it, and not hold it, and it will go back and forth and back. So we're going to start this. I'm going to go ahead and drop my needle right there so I know it's right where it's supposed to be. And now I am going to go. So forward. Oh, what did I do? Okay, so it didn't go back and forward and back. So, so on this one, I'm going to go back and forward, and I'm gonna stop. Okay, so in fact, I'm gonna go a few more stitches. Cody is over here laughing at me because I'm messing up everything.
It's supposed to be my teacher, and I'm doing better than he is.
She is doing better than I am doing. Okay, so I'm going to put my needle up, cut my thread, And now what you should have is your middle piece and then 2 sides. So we're going to go over to the iron and press. Well, we're going to trim this first, and then we're going to go press it. So I'll be right back. All right. Okay. All right. So here we are back. The caterpillar. One of the things that is among the many things that makes this like nice is this is a cutting mat on top. So you've got your, would you call it, a glow panel? You know, whatever. But this is, I didn't mean to sound unimpressed. Yeah, I'm very impressed by this piece of equipment. This, if you, this falls into my buy things that make your life easier. This makes your life easier, especially if you're doing the fussy cutting. Now, let me, before we go forward, I'm going to talk about fussy cutting a minute. So fussy cutting is what we just did to get our little guys in the middle. And your monkey looks very nice. Put your monkey up here. Okay. Move your monkey. Okay, so that looks very nice. It's very good. Cody's doing the pose. So I brought several things in here. So when you find fabrics like this, where I think I may have already fussy cut their heads out. So like this. So it's a very dramatic piece. And if I wanted that in the middle, I would fussy cut around that. There's also skulls I might fussy cut around. You know, this is a very Dias de los Muertos fabric, and I said that pretty well this time. I usually stumble over that. And of course, if I'm saying that incorrectly, please leave me a message in the comments. I would like to know if I'm doing it. But okay, bugs. I love this fabric. I got this from Spoonflower. I've put this in many purse bags. It's been a big fan. Isn't that nice? It's really nice cotton. So really nice. And this, okay, so love the octopus. Octopi. This is an octopus. So
it's one octopus.
Octopus, mini octopi. So that would be great in the fussy cut. I will probably go back and do that. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do that with. You're going to look at fabric differently. Like I said, the Tula Pink. Tula does so many great things to fussy cut around. The lion is just, I think, a little too big for this. Yeah, so now what we have to do is we got to trim. Now, we're going to trim our border, our seam allowances. So we don't need the caterpillar for this. So we're going to turn that off, and we're going to move this out of the way. I will move it over here, and then someone will come. So now you're going to turn this back over. All right. You're going to need a ruler that you can see through for lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to fold my paper back on that line. And it's going to fold very easily.
Did yours fold crooked? Because you sewed crooked.
She's getting a mouth on her. Oh my gosh. I sewed crooked on this one. Wait, let me see. Okay, yours look really good. So you've got it here. Now I just need to trim this down. What I'm going to do is take this, put this on, and I want to trim at 1/4 inch. So I'm holding it right there, and there we go. And I'm going to do the other side. Now where you have to be careful is, because I have a lot of fabric there, I put this back, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to bend this one. This is my crooked side. So you've got to make sure that the piece that you've sewn on is out of the way. Otherwise, if I trim it like this, then I have a nice little 1/4 inch on both sides, and that's it. I did this yesterday. I have said this many times. Run a test, run a test, run a test. So now it's out of the way, and just my borders are my the edge of my fabric's over here, and I'm going to take my ruler, put it on for 1/4 inch, and run it. And now my borders on these two are cut, and they're cut perfectly. So this is for Cody. Beautiful. You're on camera, and we will be judging you. So
1/4 inch. Oh no. Oh wait, that's 1/8 inch. That's not good.
Yeah, you want the 1/4.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, that's beautiful. You want to? Okay.
You ready?
I'm left-handed.
Don't do it. Don't do it. What's wrong?
I don't know. I thought it was beautiful.
Well, I know, but you're going to cut all your fabric off. It needs to go back, there. Fold it out of the way.
Oh, I thought you...
Yeah, miss, you sewed crookedly. Yeah,
Oh, that
fold it out
would
of the
be
way.
bad.
Yeah, and like I said, I did it yesterday.
Your crooked would have been better off than that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's try again.
And
I'm just cutting the monkeys.
Yeah, you're cutting them. Let me see. Yeah, you're good.
Try again. There we go. Quarter.
Oh, that's right. You're left-handed.
Yeah, but we're about to do this right-handed. Let me show you how skilled I am.
Well, you can do it left-handed.
But not with the quilter select ruler. I don't have to because it doesn't work.
See?
Oh.
Now, this is what people are talking about. We're wasting fabric. Right there. Right there. That's paint on a palette. It's, that's nonsense.
Trying to figure out what I'm doing. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I'm folding.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm only cutting monkeys.
Right. Yeah, just like that.
All right, here we go.
And how easy did that paper fold? I mean, it folds really easy because you've scored it halfway through. So the paper is going to fold back. She's cutting, you're
right,
good.
yeah.
She's cutting monkeys. Good.
Oh no.
Yeah, this blade is a little dull. So,
And it's my right hand.
okay.
Boom.
So
I like throwing that.
now, yeah, see that, and that. This is why we can't have nice things. It's right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here to press it, and now you're gonna start to see how this comes together. All right, so we're here at the ironing board, the pressing mat. Now, we are going to press this open right there, just like that. So a couple things you need to keep in mind. You don't want to use steam on this because this paper, now I'm on the inkjet paper, Cody's on the foundation paper. This is really porous, so it's going to suck up that moisture. So you don't have to do that. You're just going to do a dry iron press. So we're going to pull this back, just like that. And see, when you go kind of wonky, it's still going to press to a straight line because it's basically straight. And then we're going to do this side. Yeah.
Basically.
It's basically straight. Yeah. I mean, I'm never going to win a quilting prize. It's like, it's basically okay. But see, so now you see two of our boundaries here. And then we're going to put two here. And that's where that fussy cutting works. So here's Cody's. And here's your iron.
How hot does paper have to get to light on fire?
451 Fahrenheit 451.
That's pretty hot.
Did you not read that book in
What book?
Fahrenheit 451? Is it 451? Okay, so if it's not 451, there's going to be a little thing right here.
If it's not 451, please roast
yes,
Shawn in the
please
comments.
roast me, absolutely. Roast, yes, on the fire. That was Fahrenheit 451. Is that what it is? It's a Ray Bradbury book. It's a dystopian future.
Marissa, can you fact check?
Yeah, fact check. Will you fact check?
Can you Google Fahrenheit 451? Is that what it's called?
I think it's Fahrenheit 451.
I don't know how to spell that, so
Hey,
don't ask.
Is it?
Oh, Lauren fact check. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know how long I'm supposed to iron this.
Just until it's
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's right there. Now turn your paper over.
Okay. Oh God.
And you can see it's starting to kind of pucker a little bit. See right here, it's starting to pucker, and that's fine. If you had steam on this would get way wonky. So now we're gonna go back over. Let's back over to the. Yeah, there we go. Here, get your fingers there, and we're gonna go back over. Wait, no, your fingers here, right there, and back over. Okay, here we go. So I have pressed play because you can see it right there, and okay, so here we are. So we've got our little borders. Now we're going to take our other two pieces of fabric. We're going to go back over. What are you doing, Cody?
I don't know. I'm dancing.
Cody is dancing. Okay, so we're going to do this again, and this time we're going to do it here and fold back this way.
All right.
Here and fold back this way. So we're going to go back over to our machines because we love jumping from table to table to table. And when we need like 6 cameras that are just set up. But I'm going to quit complaining, and we're going to go back over to the sewing machines. Now your base piece, your center square, is not going to move because it's sewn down. Now we got to do the same thing. So You can look, kind of raise up that thing. I think is it down
I'm
enough
going the
for
wrong
you?
way.
Can you see what you're doing there?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see all the way down.
Cody's
here.
wearing the little neck harness, which Lauren is, I'm sure, getting a picture of because it's quite silly. So you're going to, it's going to go here and then back and make sure, and that's why I cut these big squares.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Let's see. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, and so what Cody's doing right now is absolutely wrong.
It's gonna jiggle if you make me laugh.
So no. So it's really, really easy to get going along, and you sew this piece wrong because these are like that. So I'm pointing at my fabric, and I'm not even on camera.
Yeah,
So-
can you teach me?
Okay, so
You're teaching the camera. No one's looking at you.
no. Okay, so
Okay. I'm just trying to see.
okay, so here.
Okay.
So it's really easy to put this there and sew with that side up because it looks like it belongs. But you got to make sure that you put it upside down and then flip it back. So you're going to go to that side seam. Make sure you've got plenty of seam allowance. And you do because it is, I know you're going to go this way.
This way.
Yeah. So it needs to go further. That way, there we go. Because you're this.
Oh!
Your line is here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I got you. Okay, where's my line? Yeah, that should be goodish.
Okay. So, do you want to go ahead and sew that?
Okay.
Are you
oh
sure
wait,
you're
I
on
gotta
your line?
flip. No, I'm not. I'm really
Okay.
not positive about this. Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh wait, I gotta flip.
You got to flip. You got to hold it into position and flip.
Flip. Make sure I sew the right line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
That's not easy sewing with that thing around your neck, is it?
no, not really. No
Yeah.
wonder you messed up.
Did I mess up though? Really? If
You're-
if there's no video to prove it,
He's really trying to act like he did it on purpose.
it's a happy accident. Bob Ross just rolled over in his grave. He's like,
Why? He doesn't like that.
because he always used to say happy accidents. There are
I didn't know he was dead.
Well, he's been dead like a long time.
I thought he has a TV show.
Okay, so the people that are not seeing me guffaw at Cody thinking that Bob Ross is still alive because he has a TV show, that's what videotapes are for. So
Yeah,
you can,
I know,
record it.
Oh, does it look like it's like from like a really long time ago?
Well, it is. Just his afro.
And that's how you do that stitch properly.
Okay, now turn it out, turn it over and see
She's beautiful. Da 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 da.
Very nice, very nice. So, go ahead and hand me the neck thing. You can keep filming. Just hand it to me.
How?
Well, you take it off. But you can't.
How do you take it off?
You push the button on the side.
Oh, there's a button. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a button.
It's that big thing right there on the side. Okay, so all right. I'm sure this thing really is like a. They're laughing.
You look ridiculous.
I do. I absolutely look ridiculous.
I just need to zoom in on this. And be like,
Okay, so there I am. Okay, so what I was instructing Cody was to do it. Make sure you've got plenty of fabric so that when you sew and pull back. So while I'm doing this one, Cody, you can go ahead and do your other side
Ooh,
because
I'm a A+ student.
you're a star.
Oh wait.
So don't do it wrong.
I know.
Okay, so now we're going to go back and do. Man, my voice is just always cracking. So I'm going to make sure I'm on the right stitch this time, and it says I'm on the right stitch. Drop my needle. That looks good. All right. Let's see if I'm going to do it right this time. And now this is a good time to point out that even if I'm not doing it right, it still looks good. So this is a really forgiving. This is really forgiving. Did you sew it already?
No,
Oh,
I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this right.
okay. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right.
Yeah.
I got it right. Yeah, I did it wrong a couple
Yeah, you're
times.
like batting 300 on that.
Is that bad?
333. You know, it's not bad, but for sewing, it's not that great.
See, I don't understand sports. I mean, so yeah, I'm not a big sports guy, but the family here, they are big sports people. They are all very athletic. Well, is Shane athletic? I mean, she is.
When she wants to chase you down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if we're going to leave this in, but yeah, we.
She's caught me a couple times. She's pretty fast, surprisingly.
That does not surprise me.
But Ken can move. He can scoot. He's fast.
Oh, yes. So this is kind of what we do all day here, is laugh at this stuff. All right. So see, my needle is right there. Perfect. Can you see? Yes. So if I sound like I'm choking when I talk, it's because I'm trying to drop my chins to look over them to sew that. But I mean, there's definitely a few there. And that's okay. I have addressed this in other videos, that my goal is to once again sew for myself, like shirts, kind of a very curated wardrobe, but it's harder to do when you're a big guy. And I don't feel healthy. So this is a goal. So wish me luck in this weight loss endeavor, and we'll see how that goes. But okay, I'm gonna raise it up. So I now have a square, like a real life square. And we're gonna go press these back again, but first we're going to fold our paper along this line. We're going to cut our seam allowances, and then we're gonna press. So let's go back over to the table and trim. Your monkey looks good.
No, it is good. It doesn't look good, but.
As well as being an athletic family, they are also quite competitive. So I'm going to keep this on my neck on this one. So, what were you saying doesn't look right?
No, I feel like it would have been.
Besides the whole thing?
No, it looks right. Don't. So, I feel like it would have been better to maybe go past them.
You can, but at a certain point, you got to be able to sew over it.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it correctly. I just said that with a lot of judgment, didn't I? So I'm going to fold back here, and that's the problem. When you sew beyond it, it stitches in. But here's the great thing about paper piecing: it's made to tear away. So I'm going to pull that back, and it's going to tear right to that corner. And so now that is torn. And I'm going to sew over that eventually, so it's not a problem. Now, here is where the excess of fabric feels very wasteful, and that's because I'm going to be trimming this whole piece right here. Of course, I'll do it when... Did we have a... Oh, Cody is hoarding the ruler. I mean, we are a shop. We probably have a few. And this is a lot of trimming because I have a lot of fabric here. So I am going to line this up, 1/4 inch, make sure my fabric down there is not under it. And I'm going to trim it away. Again, we need to, so we're using Marissa's rotary cutters over here, and they're very dull. So I am, well, the one you're using, it's dangerous. You're going to cut a finger off, and I'm going to say I told you so. I wouldn't say that to her face.
Only behind her back.
Oh yeah, she's hurt. She cut a finger off.
And I told her not to do that.
Yeah, have some compassion, Cody. Jeez. You've cut a finger off? Don't cut your finger. Don't do that. Okay, here's Cody's. And she has this abomination where she has gone ahead and folded both sides together. And yeah, you don't want that. Yeah, that should go back. There we go. So I'm trying to lift this up so I can watch her do this. Okay.
All right.
Are you sure that's right?
No. Wait, yes. Quarter. Quarter. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
You're making me question myself.
I am making you question yourself. Because it's...
Oh no.
Oh no, do we need to stop here in a second? We might have to stop and cut some fabric. It doesn't matter that. Yeah, it's going to get sewn over anyway. Okay. So, let's
Other
see.
side.
Did it work?
Well, did I do it wrong?
No, you did it right. That looks good.
Oh,
Now do the other
now I'm
side.
confused with this side.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to do it with my left hand.
So this is where it gets confusing.
Yeah.
Here, click. Wait. How about we do that? We'll throw that away. Cody, you're so...
This is a hot mess.
It is a hot mess. So
Not-
Cody is a lefty, and
Represent
yeah, I mean, we
all
got
the
quite a few
creative
here.
people.
We got a lot of lefties here.
There we go. Oh. Look how much smoother that was. Oh, I still didn't get it.
Okay, now
Okay. She's beautiful.
see. Okay, so let's go back over here.
Now we can rip the paper off?
No,
Oh.
we got 4 more pieces to attach. All right, so we'll pull this back, open this up, and did our iron go off? It did go off. We'll turn it back on. Okay. So now you can see the square has become a thing. So I'm going to just press those back. Now you want to press and not iron. And do you know the difference between the two, Cody?
No.
Well, when you're pressing, you are just laying the fabric over and applying the heat on top. Ironing, you're stretching out the fabric more. So you're trying to stretch out the wrinkles. You don't want to do that to your quilting cotton, because if you stretch out one more than the other, then it's going to bunch up when you wash, and
And then it'll be ugly.
it'll be ugly, and we will talk about you in very dire terms. Okay, here we go.
I know you taught me how to iron that one time, but still not very good. Okay. So now this side?
Uh-huh. Would it be easier for you to come on this side?
Yeah?
We'll come on this side. We're going to switch. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Turn it this way. This is,
There you go.
this.
And you don't have to worry about this, because
Okay.
you're going to sew over that.
Okay.
So now
Beautiful.
we got a square. We got a square. See, I got a square. She's got a square.
Yours looks good. Little guy pops.
I like the little guy. He was always my favorite. Okay, so we are going to go back over here. And now, let's see. I'm going to change cameras. Okay, so here's the proof that we are now recording, because I had it on camera and I kept taking pictures instead of video. And we had this lovely banter. We're going to go back and forth again. But basically what I was saying is, we've gone back and forth to the machines. We've been teaching, we've been learning, so it's going to take us a little longer. I timed it last night when I was doing the prep squares, and I got them done in about 12 to 15 minutes a square. Now that was, hold on. God. I know I have the loudest cough in the world.
Bless you.
And I feel bad that I disrupt everybody. But anyway, so I can do it in about 12 to 15 minutes. If you keep a stack of these papers by your machine and then some scraps, you can just kind of knock these out here and there at a time. And then over the course of weeks and months, you'll have all the squares you need to put them together. So we need to finish this, and there's only 4 more seams here, 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 and here, just like we have on the back. So what we need to do is we need to cut pieces of fabric that we know we're going to cover these, and we're going to go sew them. We're going to do all of that, and then we'll pick up again when we start to trim, okay? All right, so we are at pretty much the end. We're just going to trim out here, and we got to do the tear test, and it looks like we it's a mess. It's a mess. But okay, so in the comments, tell me if you what your sewing room looks like, because
You don't want to see Shayna's.
oh really?
Oh yeah.
Mine's pretty bad right now too. All right, so we have all the things on. Now we just have to trim these out. I went ahead, and these are going to be your 1/4 inch guides. So this is how I trimmed this last one, or this is how I did those. We can trim these. We can trim right on this line now. So I want to trim here, not here. I just want to show where those points are, because we needed to know where these points stop. And that's why we did that. But I'm going to trim here so you have that 1/4 inch. Now on this one, you're just cutting through everything. I didn't cut through everything on the tear tests because we needed to see what each one was. So you don't have to worry about folding anything back. Everything is there where it's supposed to be now. We pressed everything out. And remember, this is the regular inkjet copy paper. This is just your standard computer paper. Some brands say they prevent this from getting brittle. Paper that keeps getting ironed with no moisture in it, it's going to get brittle. That's what happens. But go with the one that you feel is best. And I always do a test, because I like to know exactly how I'm doing it. So now we should have a perfect
So cute.
6-inch square. And here, let me give that to you. And there's that. You might want to move more central here. God, I'm sniffing constantly. That's a very pretty ring you got going on there.
Thank you. Oh.
Is that your college ring? Mm-hmm. Where'd you go?
It is Sam Houston.
Where is Sam Houston?
It's in Huntsville. Like,
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you
know?
didn't go very far away from home.
no, Mom and Dad could come to all the games.
Which is why there are a ton of pictures of you playing college ball
And none
and
of
none of Quentin. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
So,
what happens when you go to like New York, Connecticut.
listen to you. Sound like a Texan. I'm not going up there to New York. All Texans don't sound that way. But
I love New York. I just don't think I could have done it for college.
that would be, yeah, that's being away from home for the first time and in New York. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So now going, oh no, you got to do the reveal all at once.
Don't
Come
look.
on.
Don't look.
Wow, you were so gonna let your husband see you. Whenever you get married, you're just gonna walk out in the dress. I don't know.
What? It's just a dress.
It really is it's just a dress. All these upcoming brides just cringed when I said that.
I
Okay,
know.
so show us the reveal.
Da 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 da.
Okay, so this one was one that she messed up, and she was able to go back.
You could have cut that out.
What? No, I always show my mess ups. But she's got the dancing monkey, who is once again happy.
Happy.
It is not the sad, flailing, and pain monkey. So her points are perfect now. You've got a perfect 1/4 inch to sew with there. And so now here comes the satisfying part. We're going to tear.
Oh yeah.
And so what you're going to do is you want to be careful. These are going to be perforated, so you kind of want to hold down your fabric because you don't want to pull a seam apart. Not apart, but kind of distort it because you pulled too hard. And it is very satisfying to get that. Okay, what paper are you using? You were using the piecing paper,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The paper designed for foundation.
Correct.
Okay, come on. So there are ways to tear this. You can either, you'll see that because these are perforated, some of them are just going to pop up, and then you just go, kind of let the paper tell you where it wants to tear, as opposed to just forcing it out. Let the paper reveal itself to you. I can't take that. That is a Schitt's Creek reference.
Sebastian, I was.
Let the field reveal itself to you.
Okay. Oh, is it?
Yes, it's one of my favorite. So, but yeah, so these are just coming off. And so here's a question. What's the difference between foundation paper piecing and English paper piecing? Now I can be all like snooty because I know the answer, but I didn't know the answer before I did the web search this morning to figure something out. English paper piecing you do by hand.
Oh no, not for me.
And those are the hexagons. You know, have you seen those on? There's a lot of people are sewing hexies, and then they put them all together.
You sew the whole quilt by hand.
You join everything but can, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's I am.
Imagine if they had to watch us do that.
Watching paint dry or paper tear, you know. So here, these little pieces, these are ones that I usually keep my tweezers on hand for, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's pretty much off. And now it's still, you've still got a nice body to it. And I usually will put these and lay them on top of one another flat, and then put a book on so it keeps it. So you had foundation paper, right?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the tests that we had. I sewed last night. So this is foundation paper. I will tear this one. I want you to tear this one. So that's the newsprint.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna. Yeah. I guess you can just start by tearing because I trimmed these out. So. All right, I can already tell you right now this tears better than the computer paper. This has
It's moving at a much higher speed.
higher speed, yes. So I can confidently say that foundation paper for foundation paper piecing tears and behaves better than the computer paper, the inkjet paper, but the inkjet paper was never problematic. This just goes easier, I think. I'm having trouble here. There is also, I've seen people do this. They will take, and there you go, pull on the bias, and it pops out. Pull on the bias. Try it diagonally. Yeah.
Whoa!
But you don't want to pull too hard. I mean, she didn't. But you don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to distort your seams. But if you're having trouble getting the paper to start, when you pull on the bias, which is your cross grain, where threads tend to stretch more, that's where you get bias tape from. And how's it look?
Da, 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 da.
That looks very nice. So, did you have any difference between that and the other? I mean,
On how hard it was to tear?
yeah.
No. They
Okay.
felt the same.
Yeah, I thought so too. So that is, now here, I want you to tear a little bit of
that's
this.
the one I wanna
Try
try.
that one.
Okay, definitely a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. And I think it's
Not bad.
because, I mean, it works. It
Yeah.
definitely works. And again, that's why you want to do a really tiny stitch.
Yeah.
Like 1.5 millimeters, really small. You don't want to be over 2 at all. But the flip side of that is if you do make a mistake and you have to tear it out, you're tearing out a lot of little stitches. But it didn't take you very long at all.
No.
I mean, didn't hold us up
quilt
at all.
blocks aren't too big.
Right. And, you know, so this is 6-inch squares. You know, these are great for baby quilts. These are also really good if you are doing maybe something a little more freeform or a little in bigger blocks, and then these get in set on the corners maybe. So you've got, you don't have to use all the 6-inch squares with this. You know, you can mix and match these because the points are perfect. They're absolutely perfect.
They are.
They are. So now we got lots of mess. So you're gonna, I think it probably should have said, you know, have a waste paper basket too. But so what did you think on that one? On the other ones, besides the other one?
Tearing wise, it's quite a bit more difficult, but if it's all you got, it would definitely work.
Absolutely. And then the difference between the newsprint and the foundation paper?
If there's a difference, I couldn't really tell. It's very, very minimal difference if there is.
So, you know, I don't want to knock anybody's product at all, because the product may be a part of a system.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, this person produces this paper, and this works best for, you know, what they're doing because they have another set of rulers or whatever. So, if you want to get the ones that are for foundation paper piecing, great. The difference in cost, did we talk about the difference? Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Well, I think we did, but we weren't recording. Yeah. So the difference is for 100 sheets of the foundation paper, that is for foundation piecing, it was like $16.
Yeah.
Like right around $16 for 100 sheets. For a ream of newsprint paper, 8.5 by 11, it was how much?
$6
And
500 sheets.
For 500 sheets. All right, so now with the magic of camera and editing, we are at the end of this. So if I were to ask you again, what is your scale from 1 to 10 on actually doing foundation paper piecing?
I would say probably a 6 or a 7. It came out well. I did make a mistake, but I enjoyed the process and it came out well.
It did, and since she's not going to show you, this is Cody's, and it looks really good. She has the dancing monkey, who is now dancing because it's happy and not writhing in pain because she made the mistake, which, as I said in the video, I made the exact same mistake the night before. So mine looks like this, but we have all these other ones that we ripped off the paper. We did, you know, our test with. It actually was pretty simple.
It was, and I enjoyed the process too.
I did too, and I enjoyed editing them because I laughed at us again all the way through. Yeah, so this pattern is going to be on the website. It's a free download. We'll have a folder there for free patterns because we're going to be doing more of those. But I think that's it. So I'm Shawn.
I'm Cody.
And we're from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse in Houston. And remember, every time you're at the sewing table, there is always room for everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
You go that way.
You go that way. You didn't warn me.
I know. Okay.